Hello and welcome to One Man's Collection. Today I'm looking at the magazine number 50 of the Ferrari collection. This is the Ferrari 250 GT. Now there's two names to this. Make sure I get it right. Berlinetta Scaglietti, I think it is. I'll have a look at the, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but have a look in the magazine. It actually writes it there. At one stage it was only one name and one stage there with both. But underneath the card says 250. I'll have a look at that card near the end of the video. I'm going to go through this magazine very briefly. I'm not reading everything in detail. You can pause the video and have a look if you need to. I want to show you what you get in this particular issue. So this one of the single seaters is the Dino 166F2. I have shown off that car quite early in the series. All of the cars that we have here, we pretty much get a copy of these to show off in the collection, which is awesome. Production model 250 GT Scaglietti 1956, or Scaglietti Berlinetta, as it's written later on in the magazine. Competition model, this one is the Testarossa, related to the Testarossa, Dino 246 SP. Nice, and the poster is of this Scaglietti GT, the 250 GT, triple Tour de France winner. I'm going to read some of these things though, just very briefly though. Powerful Formula 2 racer, developed from the Formula 1 engine used in the 156 and 1961. The power plant of the Dino 166F2 had twin camshafts and 3 valves per cylinder. Yep. Cool. Interesting chassis setup. Right. Enzo Ferrari decided to name the single-seater design to take part in the new European Formula 2 Championship after his son Dino. There you go. Engine is a rear longitudinal 60-degree V6, just under 1.6 litres, 210 horsepower, 10,500 RPM, with a top speed of 265 kilometres an hour, which is 165 mile an hour. Period of production was 67 to 69. Unknown number produced. It's cool how the race cars went on for more than 1 year of production. Not these days. 1 year, that's it. All right, Dino 166 F2 honours selected podiums. All right. A first and second, and a first in Wittenberg Cup, Rome GP, and Temporada Argentina. Cool. So obviously not all of the results there. 250 GT Scaglietti. Tour de France was one of the most famous endurance events in motorsport. It was also unofficially given to race versions of the Ferrari 250 GT Scaglietti after the model's legendary triple success in the race during 1950s. So the official designation of the 250 GT Berlinetta Scaglietti, there we go, from 1956, never included Tour de France or TDF. Nevertheless, the name was used by fans in honour of the model's magnificent trio of victories in 57, 58 and 1959. Editions of the race won by those drivers. I'm not going to read them all out. I'm terrible with names. But we are going to keep moving on. Show you what else you get in here. Sculpted by Sergio Scaglietti. There you go. That's why we're getting the name there. Very nice. The great Ferraris. Designed by Pininfarina and produced in Modena by Carrozzeria Scaglietti, the most emblematic 3-litre Ferrari of the 1950s, combined extraordinarily sophisticated elements and more economical components. These included cockpit instrumentation, which came from Fiat and Lancia, while other parts of the car, lights and provenance in the Fiat 1100 TV. Okay, got a poster here. I don't take my posters out. I will leave them in. No plan to take them out. As I've said on like I've said on other videos, if I happen to win major money and decide to make a massive car garage that needs some sort of postage, but to be honest, if we're winning that much money, we'll get some other things printed. All right, Belgian leg, two 250 GT Berlinettas pictured in the lead of the Spa during 1959 Tour de France. Oh, there you go. Oh wow, look at that bend. Hasn't that changed over the years? I recognise that one. Engine, front longitudinal 60-degree V12, just under 3 litres. 240 to 260 brake horsepower, 7,000 RPM. Has a 3-Weber 36D DCL3 carburetor. So this is what, 36mm 3-Weber. Cool. 210 to 260 maximum speed. So there's a range there. Guess it depends on how they were geared. Interior, the 250 GT had a sporty interior, although it was also very classy. The comfortable wraparound seats were covered by leather. The gear lever had an aluminium ball grip, and the Nardi Casico steering wheel featured 3 spokes and a wooden rim. Very classic of the day. All right, moving on to the competition models, the nimble on the winding circuits. That's the 246 SP. Yeah, closely related to the 250 Testarossa, but the mid-mount rear engine chassis was original with a rear section that had its roots in Formula 1 technology. Sporty little cars, those. Hang on, I think we've missed a page there. They're pushing that related to the Testarossa part, aren't they? Engine is a rear longitudinal 65-degree V6, 2.417.3 cc, so just over 2.4. 270 brake horsepower at 8,000 RPM with a top speed of 270 kilometers an hour, 168 mile an hour. Produced between 61 and 62, and wow, there's only 2 of them produced. One year, I guess, and one the next, maybe. Has to be, otherwise it wouldn't be spread out over 2 years. First victory at the Targa Floria. Some selected podiums for the honours here. Okay, first the Targa Floria, third at Nürburgring 1000 in 61, 62. First at Targa Floria again. Okay, Nürburgring 1000 first, Hill and Gendebeen, and Brands Hatch first. Hey, it had some pretty good honours. Cool. Coming up in part 51. So next magazine, we get the 308 GT4. Looks like a the development of a 308 GT4. Ferrari's Mondial from 1980 was a 4-seater coupe with angular lines and modest power output. 3 years later, the Caballero version was unveiled, boosting Mondial's popularity and helping to make one of Ferrari's most successful models to date. There you go. So that's what we're getting. And it'll go through the different things the same as this one. I'll show that off in next week, so issue 51. Let's go and have a look at this car in more detail. Bring it in here. Love the knock-on spoked wheels. Looks like a double knock-on lock, not like the triple on some cars. Yes, I think it is. Maybe it's actually an optical illusion for me there. Hang on, let's get in a little bit closer there. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Yes, it is. Oh, man, it's hard to see when it goes like that. Okay. Beautiful reflective side mirrors there. The model's actually pretty good. No license plate on the rear, but we do have the Ferrari word across the back of the boot there. Nice shiny silver fuel cap there. Our exhaust popping out the back, all 4 of them. I'll have a look underneath in a moment. Now let's see if we can get a bit more of this interior. I'm going to have to get a light. There we go, the wooden steering wheel. Can we get more in there? Maybe in from this direction. No. From above. Yeah. Can't actually see the gauges. Let's see if we can get in there. There we go. Got some white gauges in there. Well, it's really difficult to focus. And Ferrari on the badge, on the steering wheel. Yeah, well done. Looks like we actually have a leather steering wheel cap for this. Let's try a brighter light. I can't get it to actually shine in there. There we go. Yeah, it does too. Alright. Turn that off. Front got the bonnet clips to hold it down there. Very nice. Let's have a look underneath. It does shape the exhaust pipes and the bottom of the engine there. 6 pipes coming out each side. Yeah. Going into the 4 exhausts at the back. Well done. I actually like these models. The Ferrari collection that I collected on here, which is actually no longer available, I believe, other than potentially getting them online secondhand, was done very well. I think there's a standard that Ferrari potentially actually requires for these, and I'm very happy with that. Okay, well, that's it. We'll come back with number 51 next week. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.